All right, welcome guys to the channel. On today's video, I want to share with you guys how you can save money, and also it's not just about saving money, it's about throwing this to the landfills and filling up the landfills of these little bottles of propane. When they're empty, you got to throw them away, and they're still in great conditions. You can still reuse them. I'll show you how to fill this up safely with a big propane tank. You can reuse them and save a lot of money. I'm going to show you at the end how much money you can save by filling these little propane tanks. It's not about 100% about the saving. It's about throwing all these gray cans on the landfills and adding more to the landfill waste. And how I'm going to do that is I got this adapter here from Amazon, and this adapter is really easy to use. Just got to know how to use it, and I'm going to show you how to do that real quick. I'm going to show you what a brand new tank weighs. 115.2. And let's see what the empty one weighs. All right, the empty one weighs completely empty 0.146. So once we fill this one, we're going to compare it to the new one to see how much propane we got in it. We're going to put all the cylinders into a bucket. All right, so now that we have it in a bucket, we're going to get some ice. All right, let those empty tanks cool down. And the reason you want to cool down the container is because liquid gas, same thing as refrigerant, they like to travel to the cold. When you have a cold container like this one, the refrigerant would flow easily, and also it's going to fill up your tank of propane. A lot of people put them in the freezer or fridge to cool them down. Me myself, I don't like to put it where food is. I don't like to contaminate my food. Just put it in a bucket with some ice, and once it reaches temperature, then we're going to transfer the propane. So I'm going to give it about 10 minutes. Okay, now that the tanks are cool, we're going to get the propane tank, and we're going to get a cold empty bottle. Okay, the bottle is cool to the touch. Now before we start, it's very important to get some safety goggles. Okay, first we're going to put the valve here. Make sure that it's closed, on the closed position, and never point it to your face. You never know what could happen. Always point it away from your face. Now that I have it secure here, I'm going to put it right in here. And the bottle's cold to the touch. You can feel it. Okay, now we're going to open it, but we're not going to open this valve here. I'm going to leave this valve for later. Now it's liquid, so you want to put it upside down. You don't want to fill it up this way because you're not going to get enough gas. So you have to put it upside down. And how I'm going to do that, I'm going to use this lawnmower tire right here. Put it upside down. I'm going to open this valve, and you're going to hear it. Open it all the way. You hear it hissing. Leave it there until it stops. Right now the bottle's being filled. Okay, that's done. I'm going to close this valve here. Flip the propane tank. All right, so we already closed this valve down here. Now we got to close this one. And open. Right now the tank did not fill 100%, so I'm going to put it back in the ice so the liquid that's in here cools down and allows me to put more into the tank. So at this initial fill, I probably got about half of the propane in here, but now I need to cool this propane so I can put more propane. So I'm going to put it back in the bucket of ice and leave it there for a little bit more. So now about 5-10 minutes has come by. Now this liquid inside here is cold, the liquid that we got in the first time. You're going to see how much liquid at the second trial that we're going to get in. And listen how much we're going to get in the second trial. Look at that. You can hear it that we're getting more propane in here. A lot more. So the second time you do it, that's how you're going to get almost all the propane inside the tank. Very quick. The transfer gets done very quick. All right, I'm going to close this valve. Always remember to close the valves. This one is closed. This one is closed. So now we're going to open this. A little bit of space is going to come out. And that's it. The tank is already full. You can feel it's very heavy. Let me show you how much it weighs now. All right, this is the new one. You can see it's 1.152. Now this one's still a little cold. See how much this one weighs. Look at that. 2 pounds. The cylinder weighs about 1 pound, and the liquid is about 1 pound. So that is 2 pounds there. The new one is just a little under 2 pounds, so you can fill it up a little bit more, Then this one, look at this. If I just touch the scale lightly, you get 2 pounds. So it's just very little more. So you fill them up a little bit better than coming from the factory. All right, guys, so I did the math for you guys. And this price is based on the warehouse Sam's Club. To refill a tank is $30. To buy 6 of this small containers, which is a pound, is $30. So if you divide it by the price per pound, it's $1.50 when you buy the big tank like this one, and you refill your small bottles like this one, you only pay $1.50 per pound. But when you buy 6 cylinders from Sam's Club, which is a great price for 30 bucks, you're paying $5 for this container, $5 for each container. And when you refill it yourself, it only costs you $1.50. All right, guys, so that's huge savings, and you're not throwing these bottles in the landfill, creating more waste. Instead of using these bottles, you can probably use these bottles for a long time until they get a little rusted and you don't trust them, you can throw them away. And a lot of my viewers that like to camp or boat like me, we have grills and we use these little small portable tanks, and we don't want to carry a big tank like that because most of our boats are very small. You don't need a lot of space to put 2 of these little containers. So this is great for space. I cannot put one of those big tanks on my boat. I definitely do not have room in the Crooked Pilot house. So having 2 containers like this will be great. So hopefully you found this video helpful, how to fill your own 1 pound container from the 20 pound container. And also I'll place the link in the description below, this adapter that I got on Amazon. Very inexpensive adapter to fill your tank, which is going to last you a long time to fill all your tanks. Just make sure when you use it safely, have the valves closed. All right, guys, if you found this video interesting or helpful, please give it a thumbs up. Thank you for watching, and always cook safe.